Hey, my name is Jonathan, and I want to talk about American culture and terrorism, this whole war on terror, because I want to say that Americans are babies when it comes to terrorist attacks. Because we bombed the hell out of Vietnam, we carpet bombed Vietnam, killing millions of women and children in the poor nation of Vietnam, and we had chemical warfare against Vietnam by this Agent Orange, which causes severe birth defects in generations upon generations of Vietnamese. And then, at 9/11, just a couple buildings collapsed. Only 2 buildings collapsed, just a few, several hundred people, and that is all that happened. Americans are babies. They cried for days during 9/11, and so comparing that with Vietnam, we bombed the hell out of Vietnam, killing millions of children and women in Vietnam. And then, a couple decades later, 2 buildings collapsed on 9/11. And Americans are babies. And then we do the same in Iraq, killing 500,000 children murdered by the US troops in Iraq, and we bomb the hell out of Iraq and just devastate the whole country. And we send Vietnam back into the Stone Age. We send Iraq back into the Stone Age. And then the Boston Marathon is bombed, and Americans cry because a couple people were killed in the Boston Marathon. Americans are babies when it comes to terrorist attacks. Now I wanted to talk about climate change and global warming, because the only hope for reversing climate crisis and saving the planet from environmental catastrophe with mass starvation, mass desertification, mass flooding everywhere, is if there was a severe terrorist attack on the United States of America, because Americans make up only 5% of the world's population, but we consume 25% of all products. All that is consumed in the world, Americans consume 25% of that. Americans are the ones that are destroying the planet, and Americans are so incredibly materialistic, and Americans, all they're concerned about is shopping. They want to shop, shop, shop. Americans are so materialistic, and their materialism is destroying the planet. So the best way to, because consumerism and Americans' consumption is destroying the planet, a massive terrorist attack will save the world from environmental catastrophe. That is the only hope for the world. A terrorist attack that's big enough to destroy the American economy and prevent Americans, and to completely stop Americans from buying so much, destroying the consumption of Americans. And the terrorist attack is big enough, and there will be no more consumption, and the world will be saved. The climate, no more climate crisis, and planet Earth, Mother Earth will be saved if there's a major terrorist attack on the United States of America. I love you so much. Bye.